Ethan's days blurred after Rachel vanished. He retraced every moment, her laugh over breakfast, her half-finished sentence about wanting to finally face it. The way her eyes had lingered on the pine trees behind their house the night before she disappeared. He'd called her name into the forest for hours that morning. Nothing called back, not even birds. Her car was still in the driveway. Her phone is on the counter. But her favorite necklace, the one she never took off, was gone. The police filed a report. Adults have a right to disappear, they said. But Ethan remembered her warning. If anything happens to me, don't trust my family, especially Caleb. Rachel's childhood home stood in a forgotten hollow outside Ashgrove. The land was swallowed by pine trees that seemed to grow closer to the house every year. Ethan arrived unannounced. Her mother, Margaret, greeted him in a black shawl despite the spring heat. Her father, Thomas, didn't come out to meet him. Caleb stood at the top of the porch stairs, a cigarette resting between his lips, watching Ethan with the expression of someone seeing a problem approach. "We haven't heard from her," Margaret said. "She's always been unpredictable. She was trying to get away from something," Ethan said. "Something here." Margaret went stiff. Caleb only shrugged. She was always stirring up ghosts. That night, Ethan heard someone walking just outside his room. Then whispers, too soft to understand. He found claw marks on the inside of his window pane the next morning. He began digging. Old notebooks under her bed, scrawled journal entries stuffed into a vent, and newspaper clippings she'd clipped and hidden. Reports of missing girls in the area over the last 30 years. A strange pattern emerged. All disappeared near the forest, all with red hair. A passage in one notebook chilled him. "I think the forest remembers us, what we've done, what they made me see. I hear them at night, and Caleb, he talks to them, like they're real." Ethan confronted Caleb in the backyard, beside the old shed. "What's under it?" he asked. Caleb blew out smoke. "You sure you want to know?" That night, Ethan pried open the floor of the shed, found the trapdoor, went down. The cellar smelled of rot and rust. Chains on the wall, a child's shoe, dozens of frenzied drawings, and a sound. A low, distant hum vibrated through the stone. One drawing made his stomach turn. A red-haired woman surrounded by tall, shadowed figures, her arms outstretched like she was offering herself to them. The date: 1 week before Rachel disappeared. He ran back to the house. Margaret was waiting. "You weren't supposed to go down there," she said. "What did you do to her?" "She chose them," Margaret whispered. "They woke up again and she knew the price. Like her grandmother before her. Like me. They're not gods," he said. "They're monsters." "No," her voice broke. "They're memories. They're what we tried to bury. But the forest never forgets." Ethan returned to the woods, deeper than ever before. The pines loomed like sentinels. Time lost meaning. His watch stopped ticking. The sun refused to rise. He followed a trail of feathers and ash until he found the clearing. She was there. Rachel stood barefoot in the grass, her skin paler than moonlight. Her eyes changed. Too old, too still. He ran to her, but something invisible stopped him inches from her outstretched hand. "You shouldn't have come," she said. "I came for you. They won't let you leave if you stay. Then I won't." She smiled, heartbreaking and beautiful. "I made a bargain, to keep you safe. You have to go. I won't leave you here with them. They're not what you think. Their pain, their history, and I carry it now." Behind her, the shadows moved, faceless, towering. Not angry, just ancient. A presence made of memory and sorrow. She kissed his forehead. "You'll forget me," she whispered. "That's the cost." "No!" But the world blurred. Ethan woke up in his apartment. The trees outside swayed in the breeze. His phone buzzed with work emails. Rachel's things were gone. Her name didn't appear in his contacts. There were no photos, no records, like she'd never existed. But sometimes, at night, he dreamed of red hair and the sound of pine needles cracking under bare feet. He visited Ashgrove once, months later. The farmhouse had burned down. No one remembered the family. Still, he found himself walking the forest edge, staring into the shadows. Something called to him, a soft hum, a whisper of lavender on the wind. And once, just once, he saw a woman watching him from between the trees. Red hair, pale skin, and a memory in her eyes that made him ache with a pain he didn't understand. She smiled, then faded, and Ethan turned and walked away, tears on his face, a name on his lips he couldn't remember.